Assalamualaikum and very good morning, big teacher and fellow my friends. My name is Nurul Ashura binti Sulaiman. Before I move with my talk, I would like to welcome to all Asian students from different countries around the world to Malaysia. As a representative of student council, I would like to explain a bit some cultural difference in Malaysia. The main community of Malaysia are Malay, Chinese and Indian, each of which has its own traditional clothes. Most Malaysian dress like Western is mostly on special occasions, only that the citizens wear the traditional dress in Malaysia. Traditional Malay clothing for men is a baju Melayu, which is a loose tunic worn over trousers and usually worn with a sarung cloth called is a sampit. It is also often accompanied by a traditional hide songkok or kopiah with it. For a woman, Malay wear a baju kurung, which is a compare, a knee leg, full sleeve blouse and long skirt called kain. Usually a skirt
be included on the head. Another popular
traditional costume is a kebaya, which is a
skin fit two-piece
costume is called semi-formal version. Next, during the Chinese New Year celebration, the Chinese community will wear traditional outfits. The Chinese woman wear the cheongsao. It's a silk one-piece dress with a collar and clasps at the waist, either in the center or on the sides. Order will respect women wear a sangfu, which looks like pajamas with a spirit looks fighting top fans by toggle and ankle leg. Chinese men in Malaysia wear their traditional dress called tang suits. Tang suit is a type of jacket that has a collar and knot at the belly and is mostly floral. The name was suggested because the Tang Empire was so powerful that the foreigners called Chinese Tang people. After that, trade between Malaysia and India is quite small, because of which Malaysian Indian get a fair share of traditional clothes from their country. Informal Asian Indian men wear the kurta. Kurta is typically knee-leg shirts usually made from cotton or linen. Apart from the Chinese, Indian and Malay, Malaysia also has people from Sabah and Sarawak, known as East Malaysia or known as Malaysia Borno, which is a part of Malaysia. Karazan is an indigenous ethnic group in Sabah, Malaysia. Their traditional for men dress is a jacket with the golden designs worn with trousers and a header known as a siga. The siga is a make of hand-woven desta clothes. Sinunga and sapi is known as a traditional genre from Karazan Dusun women. They wear short shirts which is sinunga, rope skirts, tapi and batik scarf fitted with bag and some golden jewelry such as knee-lace, bangles, earring and brooch.
After that, I will talk about food etiquette in Malaysia. There are various races living in Malaysia such as Malays, Chinese and Indians. All these races have their own etiquette. For example, the Malays. Malay people are very concerned about customs and manners when eating. It is customary for Malays to eat a meal with their hands because it follows the sunnah of Nabi Muhammad SAW. In addition, some also use spoons and forks when eating. Plates, bowls and cups are also used to place food. Hand washing kettles are also often used by Malays to wash their hands before and after eating. Malays usually eat in a polite manner and do not make noise because such acts are not polite when seen in the eyes of our society. Malay people are very concerned about cleanliness after eating. If there is leftover food from the plate, they usually have to pick up the leftover food from the plate. In addition, for the Chinese, the eating etiquette they often practice is to use a chopstick. But they will never hit, make noise, attract attention or make gestures with their chopsticks in the bowl while they are eating. For those who play with their chopstick, it's one of the most rude behavior. According to Chinese theory, chopsticks should not be placed upright in a bowl full of rice or other food. This is because any stick-shaped object that is held up like this resembles a plug stick that is used as an offering to deceased family members. Besides that, chopsticks they also use tools and utensils such as small teacups, sauce plates, small plates, and soup bowls. The Chinese also use round dishes. This is an example of a dish for Chinese people. Lastly, the food etiquette for Indians is that they often use banana leaves to replace the plate. The element that describes the unique of Indian food is the use of banana leaves. Before and after eating, they usually wash their hands using a water jug. Indians use their fingers to eat, and their side dishes are placed in stainless steel containers. In conclusion, Malaysia has unique food etiquette for each race, and I hope that foreign countries can respect the food etiquette for the races in Malaysia. Next, we move to the greetings in Malaysia.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So I'm going to present about greetings. Okay, greetings is a part of our daily life and it's also an important part of our culture. Greetings is one of the basic functions of communication and trigger positive conversations. It helps us connect to people at a more personal level. While greeting customs are highly cultural and situation specific and may change within a culture depending on social status and relationship. They exist in all known human cultures. Okay, greetings can be expressed both audibly and physically and often involve a combination of the two. So I'm going to show you what is the meaning of greetings. Okay, greetings is the way of showing respect to people and appreciating them. Okay, so next is about importance of greetings. Okay, it helps us to start the day and start to discuss other things. Besides that, it also helps us show love, respect to one another, and help us to show respect to our elders. Moreover, it helps us to live and work together in peace. So that's all from me. Thank you.
As we know, Malaysia is well known as a multicultural country. When it comes to it, there are numbers of religions such as Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Sikhism, and more. Relations between different religious groups are generally quite tolerant, even though members of the different ethnic groups do tend to have more homogeneous personal relations based on ethnicity and religion. In Malaysia, the Constitution guarantees freedom of religion to its population. Let me tell you about the major religions in Malaysia. There are 4 of them, which are Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, and Hinduism. First, Islam is the official religion of Malaysia and has the largest following among the population. It is practiced by about 60% of Malaysians. Its majority population are Malays in ethnicity who follows the Islamic religion. Besides that, there are some other ethnicity who follows Islamic religion such as Chinese and Indian people. However, there is a strong correlation between religion and ethnicity, as the most Muslims are Malays, Hindus are largely from India, and most Buddhists originate from China. The second major religion is Buddhism. There are about 18% of Malaysians who practiced Buddhism, and most of them are Malaysian Chinese. Other than that, many of the Malaysian Chinese, the largest Buddhist ethnic group in Malaysia today, practice a variety of faiths including Mahayana and other branches of Buddhism, Chinese traditional religions, Confucianism, and Taoism. Next, the third major religion in Malaysia is Christianity. Christianity has established itself in some communities, especially in East Malaysia, which the states are Sabah and Sarawak. It is not tied to any specific ethnic group, and there are about 9% of Malaysians who follows this religion. And the last major religion is Hinduism. About 6% of the population in Malaysia who practiced it, and the majority of it is Malaysian Indian. Areas in the west of Peninsular Malaysia have the highest concentration of Malaysian Hindus in states like Negeri Sembilan, Selangor, Perak, and the Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. Moreover, there is a small percentage of the population accounts for other faiths such as Sikhism, animism, and folk religion, and it has around 2% of believers. all of the religion has taught their believers to respect each other and they follow it. That's why the Malaysian lives in such a peaceful country. That's it from me. Let's move on to the next specialty of Malaysia.
Next, the range of festivals in Malaysia also reflects its vibrant cultural diversity and religious tolerance and assures you a glimpse into its rich traditions. There are lots of festivals in Malaysia that can be either religious or cultural based. Malays, Indians and Chinese along with indigenous groups make up the demographics and each has their own customs, traditions and celebrations. Festivals often result in a public holiday at either the state or national level. The religious festivals include Eid, Chinese New Year and Deepavali, which are like the other celebrations around the world but with a Malaysian twist. In short, celebrations here will be unlike anything you have ever experienced. One of the most popular festivals that are celebrated here is Thaipusam. During either late January or early February when the moon is full, the Tamils hold one of their most important events. Thaipusam commemorates Murugan defeating an evil spirit called Surah Padman. During this festival, you'll see devotees pierce parts of their body, cheeks and tongue. Some carry a kavadi. A kavadi is a decorative item that worshippers use to penetrate their body. From a foreigner's perspective, Thaipusam is unusual and somewhat unique to the Tamil community, making it unlikely you'll get to experience it again. Second one is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is the largest Chinese festival in Malaysia. During the event, you'll see lion and dragon dances around the city, which involve people dressing in costumes to perform ritualist dances for good luck and to chase evil spirits away. Malls and public spaces have red lanterns for decoration. Children and teenagers traditionally get ang pao, a red packet filled with lucky money. And last but not least is Eid or Hari Raya Aidilfitri. Eid is the largest celebration in the Islamic world. Hari Raya doesn't have a fixed date each year. Instead, religious experts determine the time based on the lunar Hijri month. Before Eid, Muslims around the world, including those in Malaysia, fast for a month during Ramadan. Fasting involves not eating, drinking and smoking from sunrise to sunset. Eid celebrations start at the end of Ramadan and is the biggest festival in Malaysia. People go to the mosque in the morning for prayers before returning home and having an open house. Typical food includes rendang, ketupat and satay. Well, that ends my explanation regarding festivals in Malaysia. Unfortunately, I could only explain 3 most popular festivals in Malaysia for now. However, there are still many more festivals that are celebrated in Malaysia every year. Anyways, let's move on to the next uniqueness of Malaysia.
In Malaysia, we have more than 2 languages, which is Malay, English, Mandarin and Tamil. The official language of Malaysia is Malay, as known as Bahasa Malaysia, and it is spoken by more than 80% of population in Malaysia. While the second official language in Malaysia is English, which is spoken most often. Apart from these 2 languages, Malaysia also have 2 main languages, which are Mandarin and Tamil. Furthermore, Malaysia also has 2 indigenous languages, which are Kasar dan Busuk and Iban. Indigenous languages are used and spoken by people of Sabah and Sarawak.